I am thrilled to have you on this program, Mike. I want to give you the floor on Terry Pegula's press conference today and how that hits you.
Well, number one, it was way too long, which is excellent for our business.
Yes.
I think I have a list of maybe 10, 12 different PFT posts that either have gone up or will go up as a result of the things that were said during that rollicking. Like, you usually hear time for two more very quickly at a press conference like that. They went on and on and on. And it's in the eye of the beholder. I've been arguing with some people whether it was a good thing or a bad thing. I think the prevailing view is, all told, I don't think it was a great session, and it raises more questions than it answers. I think the idea of a press conference is you want to resolve questions. I don't think it resolved many questions, and I give the folks there credit. A lot of times we see the reporters that cover a team tiptoe around because you worry about access and relationships. They asked all the right questions. They did their duty on behalf of the fans who want to know how the hell we got to this point.
Well, I think the question that got answered emphatically, Mike, is that Terry Pegula clearly trusts Brandon Beane implicitly and also trusts him to move this franchise forward to a Super Bowl way more than he trusted Sean McDermott to do it. And even spilled some tea that, Keon Coleman might have to clean up with his play in year 3 for whoever the new head coach is. I mean, and leading to the questions that you mentioned about not being answered, it led to other questions being asked, like who are the draft choices that are yours and yours alone, Brandon, right? Like, those are the one. He was doing what he thought was the right thing in caping for the guy that he elevated. But it did lead to more questions on that front.
Yeah, the overriding question that was hovering over the Bills weeks before, if not years before, the firing of Sean McDermott is whether or not the failure of the team to get to a Super Bowl is a result of talent or a result of coaching. The firing of Sean McDermott, coupled with the promotion of Brandon Beane, tells us that Terry Pegula resolved that issue in favor of saying it's a coaching problem, not a talent problem. But then we get this mix in there that some of the talent was the fault of the coaching staff, because the coaching staff wanted this guy and Brandon Beane was a team player and didn't push back. And I take a step back generally, and I'm not saying Brandon Beane should have been fired. I'm saying that the properly functioning football operations have the coach and the GM joined at the hip. And if it works, everybody benefits. And if it doesn't, everybody's accountable, because I think we learned today it's virtually impossible to make a clear and reliable decision as to who's to blame when you have one of these situations where you keep knocking on the door but you can't kick it open. 7 straight playoff appearances. Terry Pegula rattled off the seeds for the last 7 years, and nobody knew what he was talking about. He starts spitting out numbers like it's Powerball night, and like, what do you? Those are the seeds for the last 7 years, but they've never been the 1 seed, and they never gotten to the Super Bowl. And so it's the coach's fault, and that puts enormous pressure on the next coach. They tried to say there's no pressure. They're getting calls about the job. Yeah, you're always going to get calls about an open NFL job, even if it's one of the dysfunctional teams. The question is, what's this next coach stepping into, and what is his burden going to be? You got to get at least as far as Sean McDermott, or you're a failure, and you're expected to get farther than Sean McDermott, because we've already established conclusively it's not an issue with the talent of the team.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.